What's up, everybody? Welcome back to All New York Sports. Today we'll be talking about a couple things. We got some big news going on with some of the New York teams. First, we'll be talking about some Mets moves and what's coming up for them. MLBPA agreements, Derrick Rose trade to the Knicks in their recent games, Rangers' latest games, um, Nets, KD news, and Deshaun Watson, and also the news that fans will be allowed in arenas, which is exciting. We'll get to that last exciting news. But to start off, we'll be speaking about the Mets who made two moves, and more will come soon. But the Mets signed Albert Almora Jr. and Jonathan Villar to – you said it was a one-year deal, Marcello, I think?
Yeah, both one-year deals. For Almora, I believe it was 1.25 million plus incentives, and for VR, it was 3.55 million.
So those are some depth moves right there. This is definitely one of the deepest Mets teams I've seen in a while. I'm happy that they're actually looking at depth this year. VR, last year he played with the Marlins. Then he got traded to the Blue Jays. He had a rough year offensively. I can put up the stats on the screen for you guys, but he didn't hit that well. But he's a pretty solid defender, and he can also steal bases when you need him to. So late game situation, the Mets can throw him in there, get us a steal or something, or put him in defensively. And also, Almora he'll probably be the starting center fielder, honestly, and he'll probably be platooning with Nimmo or something if they bring someone else in here, like a lefty or something. But the Mets aren't done yet. They're gonna make some more moves. They're gonna look at starting pitching now. I've seen they're interested in Jake Arrieta, which I don't know how I feel about that. And also James Paxton is the guy who I want because when he's healthy, that guy's a beast. What are your guys' thoughts on the Mets moves and what's coming up next with them?
I think there were two really good moves for depth-wise. Obviously, the last few years we struggled mightily with our depth. We've had injury problems. Usually on the pitching side, we struggled with that, and they've been been shoring that up. Lucchesi, Yamamoto, Peterson. Hopefully, he can get a starter like James Paxton, Taijuan Walker, Jake Odorizzi out there. Just saw a tweet from Andy Martino. They're interested in a lot of guys, and even more than that they've even said. So even possibly more than Paxton and guys like that. But yeah, Arrieta, I don't really think we should go after him. He's been declining over the last few years. He's getting up there in age. I mean, durability-wise, I think last year, did he have injury problems?
He was out a few times, I believe.
Yeah, but in 2019, I think he did pretty well. He pitched, I think, at least 5 innings in 20. It was 24 games or whatever. I think I saw a stat like that. But I think we should stay away from him.
Yeah.
Our rotation's good, but I think if you finish it off with another really good pitcher like Paxton, Walker, or Odorizzi, that would be really good. And then you stick in Peterson as the fifth starter until Syndergaard comes back. Then you've got one of the best rotations in baseball if they stay healthy and they perform how they're supposed to. But depth-wise, with going back to VR and Almora, really good moves. VR, like you said, with the Blue Jays and Marlins last year, struggled. Overall, had a 64 OPS plus, which is obviously not great. But, in his last full season with the Orioles, we can't take much. COVID season, guys that did really well, guys that did really bad. It's tough to, determine how they're going to do this coming year. But his last full season in Baltimore was great. He played in 162 games, which is incredible, for a bad team. And batted 274, 339 on base.
Solid.
109 OPS plus. That's really, really good. It's above average. He'll play around the field. He's fast. He's going to steal you bases. I mean, 2016, he led them MLB 62 stolen bases. The last Mets player that we've had that would actually steal bases was Eric Young Jr., who won that title, stolen base lead in 2013. Or 2014, one of those years. But now that we have somebody and he's going to be in the bench, he's not going to be started unless there's injuries. That's a great piece to add to the depth. So I wrote down our bench for this year. We got Tomas Nido, He's the backup catcher. You got Jose Martinez, which they signed to play a lot of positions in the outfield, first base, DH, big bat, struggled last year. Albert Almora Jr., good for center field. If there is no DH, which we'll talk about the agreement and, all that stuff, but I still believe that we'll get it. But as of now, there is no DH, but Almora can come in center and fill in, late in games. Obviously, Luis Guillorme, he had a great year. Last year was hidden. So he's also can move around, be a good depth infield piece, and then Jonathan VR. And say the Mets get a third baseman like Justin Turner, which we'll talk about, or Chris Bryant. Then J.D. Davis goes on the bench. And then, Jose Martinez will probably be sent down to AAA. But then the bench just got even stronger. So I love what the Mets are doing this offseason, and I hope we keep it up because obviously we've struggled in the last few years. We haven't had the depth that we're, developing this year, and that's how you build strong teams. You have to build from within, and you have to build depth to make up for injuries and underperformance. So the Mets are doing a great job of that right now.
Exactly. No, that's definitely the deepest bench I've seen from the Mets in a while. But I forgot to mention Justin Turner myself, but I feel like if they got him, they would trade JD for a pitcher. That's what I've heard. But I'd be fine with keeping him too for a bench role. I don't know if he would.
I wouldn't trade JD Davis yet. I mean, he had a really great 2019. He broke out last year. He dropped down his OPS below 800. I don't think it'd be worth trade. We're not going to get much back from him at this stage.
Right.
So I'd keep him on the bench. He's a great back coming off the bench. I think it makes your team better if he's on the bench. Obviously, I want to see him start, but his defense is in question. And since we don't really have a true center fielder, you'd rather shore up the, third base position as best you can. So Justin Turner, I would love. He's, getting up there in age, but, I mean, he's been raking, his whole career since he left the Mets, obviously. It's just the thing is I don't know if he's going to leave L.A. I mean, he wants 4 years. The Dodgers want to give him 2.
4.
I mean, maybe the Mets offer him 3 or 2 in an option because we also have Ronnie Mauricio. We have many third base prospects. Mauricio is more of a shortstop, but he can shift over to third. Brett Beatty, Mark Vientos. So some of those are going to get traded, but I hope Mauricio will be the future at third base. But, for a couple of years, Turner would be great. They decide to stick with J.D. Davis, then all right, I wouldn't mind it. But I think if we can shore up that position, that would be great. And you put J.D. on the bench, and you just make your team better that way.
Wouldn't that be a finish to JT's career?
Right?
Starting with the Mets, going to the Dodgers, then finishing off strong. Well, I hope he continues his dominance with us if he comes. But I think he stays with LA. But we can hope. We'll see. But now we can talk about the MLB.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
Well, this just came in. The Yankees haven't made an offer to Brett Gardner per Randy Miller. So
really,
they haven't made an offer. What the heck?
And the source says they haven't even begun negotiations.
That's weird. Wow. I really thought they would bring him back.
Breaking news. I mean,
that is kind of big. Do you expect the Yankees to bring him back? He's been there forever, and it'd be weird to see him on another team. What is he like? What is he
they might do something late, but I mean, with spring training in a couple weeks, then it just makes it more than unlikely. But they need his defense because he has
What do you guys?
If they don't end up signing him, they could maybe pick up a fielder real quick. Free agency. I think there's a few solid ones left.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you guys. Is your offseason done if you're not trying to bring back Gardner? Because he's probably the cheapest outfielder out there right now. Probably someone else, but I don't know.
Well, we do need another I guess depth outfielder, and we were looking for obviously Gardner to resign, but I don't know.
Well, that's
not gonna happen.
That's some live breaking news.
I mean, we kind of saw that with DJ, but at least there was probably negotiation with him. Like, I mean, he was starting to get frustrated. The Yankees probably just weren't offering what he wanted, but that's really weird that they haven't even talked with him. You know, we got spring training coming up. I don't know. Maybe they want to move on. I mean, obviously, what are they, like $5 million under the luxury tax? I mean, they're close. Yeah. So maybe they just want to leave that room for the trade deadline and just upgrade then when the deadline comes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. But, yeah, we can – what happened, son?
Sorry, I just reading this to see if there's any, like news that stands out. The Yankees haven't addressed Gardner's status since last Halloween.
What? So they probably moved past them, but
that's when they opted to pay him a $2.5 million buyout instead of vesting a $10 million club option for 2021. So, yeah.
I mean, there's some guys left. Gerard Dyson, Jankowski, Marisnik, Pilar. I don't know if they get any of those guys. Marisnik, yeah, the Yankees aren't getting him.
Yankees can have him.
The Astros. Melky Cabrera.
But Marisnik did hit some homers at Yankee Stadium last year.
Oh, that was so nice. Oh, that game was great.
That got me hyped.
Oh, yeah, that was a great game.
Jake Marisnik hitting the bomb.
So, yeah, pretty
agreement.
I guess not breaking news because it's Brett
Gardner, that's good that you said that though. I didn't even see that. That's pretty some live.
No, it just came in. It's like just came in. So
yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys got any other points about the Yankees or Mets, we can move on to the MLB agreement now. So I'll just read off a couple notes from the agreement because I don't know off the top of my head. So here's this tweet. So the agreement is 7-inning doubleheaders are coming back with an automatic runner in the extra innings, which I hated because that was the worst rule, dude.
That's just ruining the game.
It's so ridiculous.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. I mean, are you kidding me?
That's
so like baseball.
So untraditional. I don't like it at all. Like
in 60 games. Yeah. In 60 games, okay, fine. I mean, I saw like some player, Stephen Vogt, said that during this COVID, I mean, COVID's still here. They said during this season, they don't mind it, but once baseball starts getting back to normal, they'd like to see us go back to the traditional, game of baseball because it's just not baseball. Putting a runner at second base in extra innings. The doubleheaders. I don't like that either. 7-inning doubleheaders. I don't mind it as much. This second base rule should never ever come back again after this year. And I swear to God, if Manfred tries to push this, the players better not even negotiate. And that's just a terrible rule. Okay, baseball. You don't just stick a man on second base. Okay, minor leagues, I don't care. You could do it in the minor leagues, whatever, but not Major League Baseball. Okay, you don't just stick a guy in second base and then get a ground ball to second base, move the guy over, a bunt, and the freaking and then the game's over with the fly ball. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? That's not how we play baseball.
It's only in the regular season.
No, that's a freaking BS.
And that's gonna cost. That could cost teams.
That could cost playoff.
It's so stupid.
It's so easy to win, and with that rule,
exactly.
I don't like that. It's not
fair
the
occasional stupid things happen. Like remember the Mets Yankee game? Who was that? Who got caught? Was it Wade? Who got caught?
Wade. Wade.
I mean that occasionally happens, but most of the time,
you win.
You're gonna get that guy over at third, and he's gonna eventually score.
And
the game's gonna be done when it shouldn't be.
No, you know what's funny though? He can add this rule, the one everyone hates, but he can't put back a freaking DH in the NL.
Yeah, I think we're still gonna get the DH. I saw that The DH, they say, is like separate from – these are like the health protocol stuff, so that, all this stuff has to do with, the health and safety, whatever. So 7 doubleheaders, second base to decrease their time at the ballparks, 26-man rosters, 5-man taxi squads, whatever. Well, we'll see. I mean, there better be some agreement with the DH. And if they include expanded playoffs, which I don't know how you feel about it. I don't mind adding 6 or 7 teams. I'd rather see 6, 6 per league. I would love, 3 division winners, 3 wild cards. The bottom 2 play each other for one game, and then that winner plays the top wild card for a series, and that's how we do that. I would like that. So either 6 or 7 will be fine. But the DH definitely has to come back. And it's just funny because, last year I was so vehemently against it. I didn't want to, break. But, I mean, as a Mets fan, our team, we really need the DH to put our best team on the field.
Yeah, you have a lot of good hitters.
We don't.
Exactly. So I think that – and it was going to be inevitable anyway. So now, after last year, you don't have pitchers hit, and now you're telling me they're going to have to hit again? And then, risk injuries. I don't see it. Until pitchers step in the batting box, I don't believe that we won't have the DH. So that's my thoughts on it. I think we're getting
it. Yeah. I'm expecting a DH. I'm not getting in my head that there's going to be pitchers hitting. There's no shot. If Manfred does that, he's just making himself look like a clown. Adding the 7th-inning DH.
He's a clown anyways.
I know. No one likes this guy. Poverty. All right. So besides that rule, the other things are there's going to be wearable contact tracing devices, expanded COVID-19 testing, face mask enforcement officers, active roster of 26, but then there will be 28 in September. So like stuff you expect, honestly. But besides that 7-inning double header thing.
That's not that bad, 7 innings.
Yeah, the others
compared to not as bad as that
double headers are fine, but the stupid automatic runner thing on second base.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Who agreed to that?
and he wants to lower the percentage of home runs because
what? Yeah, I saw that with the ball. He wanted.
Yeah, now they're trying to backtrack.
What do you mean lower the percentage of home runs? How?
Because they want to backtrack. They juiced the balls a couple years ago, and that's why the home runs skyrocketed. Now they're trying to backtrack. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Home runs are very exciting for baseball. Why would you want to do that?
I mean, it's they are, but I mean, also you just don't want home runs. We see too much home runs and strikeouts. Home runs and strikeouts.
You're right.
The game is like we need to go back to more. We need to see more. That's what's dragging baseball. Like either get a home run or strike out. There's no action. You need people moving on the bases. Cool things, fun things to happen to get stuff going. But home runs and strikeouts.
And that's basically one of the that's basically one of the issues like with the Yankees. That's why they didn't they'll lose games because it's always like home runs with them, at least majority.
That's why it was a big deal when we were signing DJ.
That was most teams' offenses.
I mean, yeah.
Because he's not a homer. He's the contact guy. He's going to get on base. He's going to drive guys in. That's what you want.
And exactly. They got to do things like the year in 2019 when they just hit. They weren't. It was about home runs in that year, so they got to do more of that.
Yeah, he brought great balance to the Yankees lineup, which was a lot of firepower with Voit and Judge and Stanton and Sanchez. A lot of power guys, strike out a lot. And you got DJ LeMahieu, as they say, Le Machine, whatever, right? Top of the lineup,
these
just
guys call him.
Getting on base, getting hits. I mean, the guy was an RBI machine.
Oh, he's amazing.
That's like Jeff McNeil for us. That's why I love him.
Jeff!
He does his job.
The squirrel!
Yep.
He's a beast.
So that's pretty much all the baseball news for today's episode. But now we can move on.
We could baseball, I guess, spring training's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Reporting.
The
Mets, got to hear the Mets are reporting the 17th, pitchers and catchers, Yankees 16th. First workouts on the 18th for the Mets, 17th for the Yankees. Position players report 22nd for the Mets, 21st for the Yankees. So baseball is coming.
Baseball season.
Baseball is coming.
First game for the Yankees, I believe, is February 27th.
Like
Yeah,
a
the
spring
first
training
game,
game?
it's going to be televised on
Yeah.
Yes, I saw.
Yep, yes.
Wow.
Mets pro was going to be televised too, but I don't know when.
Can't wait. Can't wait
Let's
for
go,
baseball.
baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, yeah, now we can move to some Knicks news.
Ooh.
I know the Derrick Rose trade happened like a little bit ago, but we can still go over that. So
Yeah. Wait,
the
who did
trade.
you trade? What did you
Nah,
trade again?
the trade was Pistons got Dennis Smith Jr. and I think a second-round pick.
Yeah, second round.
That was like the deal right there. Then,
Yep.
Then D Rose made his debut last
He was
night.
good. He was solid.
Yeah, he put up 14, I believe. He was.
I don't
Him
know
and
why.
Quickly. Him and
That's a
Quickly
good
are
backcourt
gonna
right
be.
there. I like that
Him and-
backcourt.
But then in the fourth quarter, Thibs put freaking Payne in the
Yeah,
whole quarter.
like
Dude,
friggin'
it
like
was hot.
Yeah, we'll go over the last two Knicks games. They played the Heat twice and lost twice, and two heartbreakers. It felt like literally the same game, honestly. But it was kind of.
well, yeah, well, I mean, the second game we kind of more had a chance near the
Exactly.
end, but
No,
Yeah,
you know.
because we had. I mean, at the first game we had a 10-point lead early on, but then after that we were really trailing most of the game. We couldn't get back. But the game yesterday, I mean, we were winning.
Like
In the
12.
fourth quarter, we had an 8-point
Yeah,
lead.
unbelievable.
And they choked it away. I just don't understand. They just couldn't, missed opportunities. And then
So
late
fu-
in the
so
game with freaking
frustrating.
Randall, what kind of shot was that?
That was.
And then freaking RJ Barrett makes those layups 10 out of 10, and he freaking can't come up in the clutch. It's just annoying. It's frustrating.
No, like you know what's funny though? Like the first game, like you said, we were down 10, but we didn't come back. But in the most recent game, we were up 10, but they come back. Like we couldn't. That's our luck right now.
Yeah,
So-
right? Exactly.
Now the Knicks are back in a hole. I guess they're on
Aren't
the
they like
downtrend now.
15?
They 11 and 15, back to 4
Yeah.
games under 500. That like
Tips
literally.
come on, Tips.
All the Knicks do, they go like 2 games under 500, go back up to 2 games under 500, then like lose the
That's like-
next 2 or 3.
RJ
Yep.
had such an easy layup, but then they got that game.
Nah, they definitely
Tyler.
should have won that game. Tyler Hero hit the dagger pretty much.
yeah, Tyler here.
Both games he hit the dagger. But then, like you said, Randall, you're telling me we couldn't find a better shot than that. He fades away on the baseline and he misses it.
Uh-huh.
No,
Well, I mean, like if RJ was gonna friggin' miss the shot, then like not make the layup, then like I'd rather him friggin' make a 3 and at least.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I'd rather than miss with a 3 than something like that, which should have been in. And make me even more frustrated. At least go for if you're going to do that, just go for the win. And you miss, you miss. See, the problem is we just don't
It was
have
a layup.
3-point-wise. Yeah, it was a freaking layup and should have went in.
Hey, but you know,
3-point-wise.
you know what you guys didn't mention though that was also terrible? Officiating.
Oh
The
my
refs were
God.
so bad.
Terrible refs.
That was
Straight.
so
play
bad.
where it bounced off Bam Adebayo's foot.
Yeah.
And they gave
Yeah.
Randall a tech.
Refs.
Thank God he missed a free throw, but like, there's more than that. Like on that Randall, when he on the Randall shot when he missed it, I don't know if you guys saw, but Kelly Olynyk he fouled Mitch. He pushed him or something. They didn't call that, but they call the foul on us. Then
Yeah,
like
and the one with
these
Randall-
refs, they
Ripping us
friggin'
off.
hire these snowflake refs.
literally.
Yeah, Randall was being held, and then the freaking guy
Mhm.
calls Randall
be
with the
kidding
foul
me.
after. Like, come on, are you kidding me?
Ben.
Randall's being held down, wrapped his arm around him. The guy has his arm wrapped around him, and then you freaking call it.
I couldn't with those refs, but no, you can even say.
still won regardless. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put the excuse. We had the game and we choked it.
Yup, but you could also say there could have been a foul on the RJ drive, like Jimmy Butler kind of hand checked them a bit, but I don't think they would have called it anyway, even if the
late.
refs weren't selling us out. That was terrible though. The Knicks should have won that anyway though, but
I
whatever.
mean, but now we still, we got.
I
We
feel like
literally,
they have
we
to
should
make
have.
a trade.
Yeah, another trade, like
Another
JJ
trade?
Redick maybe.
Yeah. It was
We need
shooter
more scoring.
for sure.
Shooter, yeah.
As you saw last night, they went on like a little scoring drought and they let Miami come back. That's what happened. Like
We had a 13-0 run, and then we go dry. Miami has an 11-0 run.
Yup.
Like, I mean, we could have blew the game open.
yeah,
and they
exactly.
couldn't
We
do
need
it.
somebody like an Oladipo or something.
Would you be wanna
I don't know if they're gonna get
trade
an
for him?
Oladipo right now.
I don't see a big move either. There's no shot they want to trade their picks. They'll probably want to trade seconds.
Yeah, we're supposed to be collecting assets. We don't. I mean, we could get the
Exactly.
second rounder for Rose, but maybe they resign him or whatever, or maybe they trade a Rivers or Peyton to get that pick back. So we're not going to be trading big assets because we're not like a top team. I mean, hopefully we get in the playoffs just for that experience, but we're still rebuilding and young. And they got to take advantage of this upcoming schedule. We got one of the easiest schedules in the remaining half.
Yep.
Wizards, Rockets, Hawks. Well, they're good. Magic, Spurs, Timberwolves, Warriors, Kings, Pacers, Pistons, Spurs.
That's a schedule you got to take advantage of and get.
And knowing the Knicks, they won't, and we're gonna be out of the playoffs.
That's what I'm worried about because like they play bad against good teams for some reason. I mean, bad teams. They can't beat bad teams. Like same with the Nets.
There we go. That goes right into how we talk about the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets, Knicks, they can't beat bad teams for some reason. But there's honestly a lot of news surrounding the Nets too. They lost their last game against the Detroit Pistons somehow. I don't know how they lost that game. KD was out because something weird with the league and
like out till next Friday.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. That's like I don't know why that's ridiculous what they're doing. They're having the guy out because like they pulled him. So basically they pulled him mid-game of the Heat game, I believe. Like
he wasn't starting.
Yeah.
Then he was on the bench. And then they put him in the game, and then they took him out. Like, make up your mind. Like, why is the guy in the bench to begin with if there was problems? And then why is he coming in the game? And then why do you have to take him out? And then why is he out till Friday? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And that causes a whole bunch of
properly mishandled that situation. Improperly.
Yeah, and then
they messed that up because we can, as you can see, the Nets definitely miss KD because without him, they've been terrible, honestly. I think they lost the 2 games that he hasn't played.
Yeah.
Like, they're losing to the Pistons. They got blown out, you could say.
And by the Sixers, too.
Yeah, Sixers are a good team, but I think they beat them with their whole squad. But
think so?
Yeah, like
KD probably.
He makes a big difference on that team. Like I think he's definitely their leader.
I think he's their best player.
Nah, no doubt. But the Nets, I think they get KD back Friday, you said, so I think they'll turn it around hopefully. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, but we gotta show some Nets fans over here too.
Nets are gonna turn it around.
Yeah, they should. They
should.
I think they have a good team. That's a championship team. Yeah. But
they just need a little bit more defense.
Yeah, they should add Drummond or a center for sure. They don't have a center, so they're struggling with that.
They picked up Noah Vonleh
right now. Vonleh.
Noah Vonleh, remember that guy?
He was kind of good with us. Not gonna lie, he was not bad.
What is it with the Nets picking up former Knicks that were like bench guys? Iman Shumpert. He was out.
The Nets be stealing our players, but
Can we steal theirs? Can we get KD?
Yeah, we wish. Should have signed your KD. If we had KD, you can't tell me this team isn't top 5, top 4 in the East. That team's insane.
Because Kyrie go to Brooklyn, so he followed him.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a follower.
Well, now Kyrie's most wait, man. I mean, like, is he playing or no?
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to move on from that. Freaking build with this team. I'm fine with that. We're doing it right. Building up our roster through the draft. Good free agent signings. Not overpaying on bad contracts.
RJ is inconsistent in the second year.
Yeah, he's inconsistent.
I thought but he was on a good streak. Besides these last 2 games, you can say maybe Jimmy Butler was a big reason he didn't perform because that guy's such a good defender.
His defense was.
That's probably why he was struggling these past 2 games against the Heat. He was in double digits last night though. So
and he faked an injury.
Oh my God, Jimmy's a clown, dude. He's funny. He's just doing that for laughs. That's his personality. I can't believe Randall freaking ball. Yeah, Randall. Randall. Is it just me or is he so unclutch for the good player he is? He's so unclutch.
This whole team is unclutched.
I
When's the
know.
last time the Knicks had a late win, game-winning shot? Like we haven't.
Yeah, exactly. The Knicks need that type of player.
Put in D Rose. He hits a
maybe.
shot there,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know why they didn't put in.
I think Quickly's gonna be a clutch player too. I would have given him the ball. Do his floater.
Exactly, his floater. Why did they freaking let him?
I think he could have.
I don't know what's Thibs' obsession with Peyton. I really don't.
I don't know. The friggin' guy's friggin' in love with the guy.
No, but I forgot to mention. Probably. What's his name? Elfrid Payton and Austin Rivers are receiving trade interest from playoff contenders.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
I mean, Rivers has no place.
Rivers has
anymore.
Yeah, he's the odd man now on the rotation.
Yeah, Rivers is not.
No, but you know what's funny? His
like,
2 good games were against the Jazz, like literally both games.
Let's play the Jazz the whole season.
The Jazz.
Maybe trade him to the Jazz. Maybe he'll do good with them. And Payton, someone's interested in him. I don't know who, but
he's not.
No, he's not bad. I talk down on him so much.
He can't shoot, but he's not terrible.
He's a good defender. He's a good slasher, I guess you can say. He gets to the hoop.
Yeah, but like he's just so annoying though.
No,
he's just so annoying, Peyton.
He had a good game yesterday, like 16, I think. I don't know.
He had double-digit
points. We'll see what the Knicks do because they're definitely moving one of those 2 guys because they have too many point guards now. So Rivers or Payton. Watch out for that. No, I don't think they want to train him for some reason. I saw a report. Yeah, I'm surprised. They don't play him? So why are they keeping him? I'd trade him, give him another shot, or give him G League minutes like DSJ was gonna do before he got traded. We'll see about that. But if you guys got anything else to mention for NBA, or I think we're good to move on. We can talk about some hockey now. Rangers, Islanders, Devils. So, we got that too, but we'll talk about hockey first. We'll talk about the Rangers because they literally played the Islanders in their last game. Islanders fans, you guys are probably happy. Us Rangers fans, pretty upset. But that game, like, I'll go through real quick. Like, the first 2 periods, they were kind of even. Like, we were both toe-to-toe, 0-0, and to the 0-0 entering the third. That was the score. And
we just broke during the third period.
No, that third period was terrible. Like
the shots finished even overall. It's just, we didn't play. Our defense has been much improved this year. We trashed defense for the whole year. They've had their bad games.
It's solid.
Obviously, some players, haven't done great. Troopers have that. They've all had bad games, but overall, they've been much better. But it was just a matter of, the Islanders clutch up their 4th line, of course.
Yeah, man, that 4th line.
I just don't understand. And then our offense can't do crap. We have Panarin and Mika, 2 grade A chances from Panarin and Varlamov, and he stopped them. So
that guy, man,
against Varlamov, 2 shutouts, not looking good. Next game we play them is going to be, is it March or April? I think
it's a while. We don't see him for a while.
So, and it's going to be at the Coliseum. So who knows what we'll be by then, if we're still going to be in contention. Now we got a big stretch coming up. We play Boston tonight.
We got Boston Wednesday night.
Whenever this is uploaded, the Rangers are going to be.
I said Wednesday because.
Yeah, we don't know when it's going to be uploaded, but Boston. The Rangers are taking on Boston on Wednesday, but they got Boston twice, then Philly.
Which I don't know if we're to be honest.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We're going to see what their COVID stuff. And the Devils, hopefully, I don't know, the Devils going to be back by the 16th. I don't even know.
Their case is getting worse and worse. Like,
so I doubt.
I want to talk about it, Lewis. So go ahead.
I'll doubt they'll be back by the Rangers game.
Yeah, when did most of the team test positive? Wasn't it like almost 2 weeks ago?
And then friggin'
by the 16th. But Hischier won't play. Some guys that are testing positive now are not going to play, but most of the team will be back. So we should have that.
No, but I don't get how friggin' Hischier is testing positive. But but obviously we're gonna get better. So I don't know if he friggin' skating on the ice and then he's getting it that way. But I mean, I don't know it's possible, or friggin' while he's still friggin' recovering, he's friggin' hanging out with the other guys and he's getting like that, or it's just a close contact.
Or he was exposed and didn't test positive to a while. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's weird, this virus. It's weird.
Yeah.
that sucks though.
The virus is just
The
weird.
Devils they've been out so long and now like added more games that are going to be canceled and stuff. So who
So
knows
like,
when
what
they'll
are
be
they gonna
back.
do about like their playoff chances? Like, they're like,
I think they'll just give them like they're gonna be playing a lot when they get back. Probably like
yeah,
a
probably like
bunch of
every
games.
day.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do
How would they-
rescheduling again. They just rescheduled the games, and the Devils had them postponed a couple days ago. So now they got to reschedule them again. Yeah, imagine being the schedule maker during the age of
Oh
COVID.
my God!
God bless.
Give that guy a bonus, dude.
Yeah, bonus.
Exactly. Give that guy friggin' extra $1 million.
For real, he's he's busy with that. But we can go back to the Islanders real quick because they've been playing. Now they're pretty hot. They won their last 2 games. They beat Pittsburgh and the Rangers. But
Now watch them go on a run.
nah, they might now because they have the playoff spot right now. They're 4th place with 12 points, and I think the Rangers are like 2 points out unless Pittsburgh won last night. I don't know if they played, but the Rangers are like 2 points out of it now, and the Islanders are hot. Rangers were playing good hockey, but that's what like it's hard to play against the Islanders once you get like
Rangers.
once you get into their defensive system. They just shut you down the whole game. Then they get 1 or 2 goals from that defense. That's how that team works, and they know how to
That's why you
win
got to
like that.
score early, and that's why that second game, we got that Booch scored early, and was off and running. If you break through,
That's how you beat them.
you got to break through early, and then they might shudder and collapse. But if you can't get to them early, that system settles in. You can't, and then obviously Brian Verlamo's playing like he's playing. You're not going to get a goal. So that's tough.
Yeah, you gotta play from ahead against that team, or else they just lock you down defensively, like you said, and you're in trouble pretty much. But the Islanders, are they playing tonight? I think or tomorrow?
No, they're not playing tonight.
They got some.
There's only 2
days
games
off, I
tonight.
guess.
They're playing tomorrow against Pittsburgh again, so that's going to be a big game for
I
them.
bet they win that the way they're playing right now.
Do we play Boston 2 times? Or?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Friday we got Boston, then Philly Sunday. We'll see if that plays though.
Hopefully we win one of.
Nah, the Rangers got to get some of these games. They got to get some wins. They were hot. They just put this 1 loss past you and just continue playing good hockey.
Yeah.
That's what they got to do.
The defense, just get back to how they were going. Our defense, Jock Barnes done a really good job.
Yeah, man.
From last year, I believe we were 24th in goals allowed. Now this year we move up to 9th.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, but now then you go, which we've noticed the problem all season, in the offense. We dropped. We were 5th in goals for last year. This year we've dropped to 24th, 2.64.
And you know why? Because
goals for. Well, that's per game, obviously, not 2.6. But and then 2.64 goals allowed. So we improved defensively, but the offense, and obviously that's due to guys like Mika Zibanejad. He hasn't. I don't know where the hell he's been. I think COVID's probably still hasn't affected him. He's not going to say it. But I mean, what other reason would there be?
You can't tell me he's 100%. There's no shot he's 100%.
I mean, obviously last year it was unsustainable to get his shooting percentage the way it was. Getting so many goals. But this year I believe it's like 2% or something. He's only got 1 goal, 3 points. Hasn't scored since the second game of the season. Hasn't had a point, I think, in his last 8 games or something, or 1 point in his last 8 games.
He got a point like the Capitals game, but I think it was an assist off an empty net goal.
Yeah, 1 point in his last 8 games, I think it is. So he's got to pick it up. Strider, guys like that. Panarin, he's been great.
He's incredible, man.
Setting up guys everywhere. Rome's picking it up now because of that. Kakko's playing well, but offensively, if they're going to go somewhere, they're going to have to score more goals. Defensively, they're locking it down. Shesterkin's playing much better. He played good, yesterday, a couple days ago.
He did. But
Igor's playing good. That game was not his fault at all.
No.
Yeah.
But now Georgiev's starting tonight.
He's
So
gotten his chance.
that's what happens.
I don't know. I hope he starts playing well too. Then we'll have a good duo right there of goalies that are hopefully playing consistent. But yeah, that's
Hopefully, we'll be able to watch him in person soon.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that
Yeah.
after we just talk. We'll just talk about a quick rumor, real quick, about Deshaun Watson. I say that like it's not big news, but it kind of is. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's
it kind of is.
true rumor. But like, I think the rumor was said by John McClain, right? That's his name.
Yeah,
Yep,
Texas
and-
reporter.
Yeah,
And,
so
who said he's like, hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah,
He
he's one of
said
the.
John McClain is one of the most loudest in Houston Texans reporters, according to County Bro.
nah, he said the rumor was that if the Texans decide to trade Deshaun Watson, which I think they would, but like for some reason they're saying they don't wanna, but that's probably all BS. But he said the team they would trade him to is the Jets, and like he's John McClain the whole time. There we go. I got mine on too.
Yeah.
The whole process, like through these rumors and stuff, the McClain's been consistent on the Jets. He's been saying like the Jets are the only team that can pull this off. I hope this guy's not like trying to break our hearts. Like we
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. We have
no,
Well,
that is
The
true. Like
first, yeah. The first thing early on, he said they're not trading him. He's not going anywhere. Just this and that. Then he started to warm up. He's like, after Deshaun requesting the trade, he's like, then if they are going to trade him, the Jets have the best package to offer. And then he says this today. He did say though that the Texans are not actively trying to trade him. Teams are calling them. Obviously, who wouldn't want to call them for Deshaun Watson? They're listening. They don't want to trade him right now, which we saw. But in 2 months, we'll get back to it. By free agency season, and then getting closer to the draft, things might change, and he'll be on the move. Because I would love to be able to get Deshaun Watson before the draft.
I'm expecting it at this point. I don't know.
Hoping we can get him, and then make some big moves in free agency. But if not, and then we'll just probably draft Zach Wilson, which it's fine.
It's an upgrade over Darnold. Anyone's an upgrade over Darnold at this point. But I want to create a winner, man. I want to be like a contender next year. Doing Watson, some extra free agent moves. That's what will be a contender pretty much. Maybe bring in his former receiver, Will Fuller.
Yeah.
I heard that Jets are high on him. Same with
Juju. Him and Juju.
So those are like the top 2 receivers. Allen Robinson's there too. There's going to be interest on him.
But I feel like wherever Watson goes, Robinson is going to go.
Yeah, probably. But he said this guy's been tweeting a lot. Robinson. He wants a ring. I don't know if he's trying to go to an instant contender like Ravens or something.
If we get Watson, we're a playoff contender.
Yeah, but
we got more stuff to do. But
I think he wants to win a ring right now. So he might go to a Super Bowl contender. I want him though to Robinson. But Fuller and Juju are good options too. And they also are interested in what's his name? Zach Pascal. Well, no, like that the Colts receiver.
Colts guy? Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a second tier option in case we miss out on the top guys. But I expect to get one top guy if we land Watson. Or regardless, I think we'll still be getting a top receiver. We have a lot of money. We have a new culture pretty much. I think a lot of people in the league like Salah, so they'll definitely be intrigued to join the Jets, hopefully. But we got to see how those rumors, if they continue. But I feel like it's going to be like the Jamal Adams situation where how the Jets said they didn't want to trade him. Then like 2 months later, like a month before the season, they trade him. Then that's probably going to be exactly what happens to Watson. It's going to happen when it's unexpected or something. But
oh my God, I'd go crazy.
I would too. I'll
be at work.
Nah, we're all going to MetLife and we're gonna record a YouTube video.
Yeah,
that'd be funny. But yeah, that's pretty much the rumors with the Jets right now. We'll see if that continues. But last but not least, we got some exciting news that came out today. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that starting on February 23rd, all New York sports arenas, Rangers, Islanders, Mets, Yankees, everyone is going to have Nets. They're gonna have 10% capacity fans, starting February 23rd, which is very exciting. I think for the Rangers it's 1,800
No,
fans.
they're gonna allow 2,000.
2,000. Nice.
Small start, but it's a start.
Oh man, happy to see fans back in the building
And
though.
hopefully by Yankees and Mets opening day,
They're gonna have more.
stuff lowers down.
I hope
and
it gets to
go
50%.
up. Yeah,
50% would be lit.
At least 25, maybe.
25.
Marcello
30,
Marcello wants a whole stadium off the
Knowing
bat.
Cuomo.
No, like I saw a tweet, like they put out the percentage of how many each arena's gonna have. I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see. But it's 10% to start, and it's probably gonna build up later in the year.
Oh yeah, it should
With all
definitely.
these
Man, when I
vaccines coming in.
when I saw this news, I was so excited. I'm like, I can't wait till February 23rd now. I want to see fans in the arena. I think season ticket holders are gonna get the tickets early on though.
Oh, yeah.
The tickets are gonna get sky high though.
Yeah, imagine how expensive they're gonna be.
It's gonna be so expensive. Only 200 people.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that's for the Nets, yeah, for the Nets. The Knicks will be
So
2,000, but
expensive.
I don't think they're gonna be allowed to sell them on StubHub.
Really?
I mean,
So it's only gonna be people that like season ticket holders, which is unfortunate. But even if they weren't StubHub anyways, right, they would be like probably $500 because
Jeez.
you see like Florida Panthers, their tickets are like 60s, Stars like 80s, and those are prices are not even those are for like the best for a Rangers game, $60-$80 for like a low game, like a Monday night against the freaking Coyotes. Imagine an actual big game. Those would be
No, but but those games will be like friggin' $500.
Yeah.
if they were on online, but they're not going to be. So for now, at least.
Murphy.
Too bad I don't have season tickets anymore. Or I'll probably be able to.
Yeah, you would probably be in MSG when I don't have season tickets either, but I doubt I'll get to go to a Rangers or Knicks game this year. But Mets definitely.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, not Mets. Well, me not Mets.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Sal's a Mets fan now.
No.
He doesn't know. Sal's a Mets fan. But nah, Lewis, shoot. I hope your Devils got some fans, but Murphy, that I don't know if it's gonna.
No, but it's not like they're coming back anyways. So.
Yeah.
Hopefully they
they'll be back. But
You would think. I mean, whatever Cuomo does, he's gonna do. So
Murphy follows him, yeah. But like, he definitely allow him when they like a little bit after they come back. Probably, we'll see. But that's some exciting news.
Yeah, they probably don't want to announce it like during the middle of a Devils COVID.
That'd be so weird.
Oh yeah, Devils had whole team out due to COVID, but we're gonna start allowing fans. Bad PR.
Zero PR. Yeah.
Justin, right now, well, actually, the list has been updated for their list. It was 19. It's down to 17 now.
Okay. There you go.
Who was taken off? Palmieri and Zaka.
Palmieri's a beast.
Well, he was like one of the first ones to go on COVID list.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones.
He was like the second one, and then they played that game against Buffalo, and then after that.
Oh god.
And then friggin'.
Yeah, that's how everything started.
The Devils should be fine for that game against the Rangers. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Was it next week?
Wait,
Yes.
with that?
It's Monday.
Be with fans? Nah, what? That's
No,
not,
not with fans, man. 23rd.
That I wonder what I gotta see what game that is. That's exciting. But
No, wait, it's friggin' Tuesday.
Yeah, next the 16th.
all right. So pretty sure if you guys got anything else to add,
We covered
I think
everything, right?
we covered everything, pretty sure.
Nice.
We had a lot of news to speak about today.
Yep.
A lot of exciting news related to the teams. Hopefully all the teams go on a good streak this week after this video. We'll see. We'll update. Actually, if you guys follow our Twitter, you'll see when we upload. I'll put that in the description along with all of our other socials. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and a sub.
Subscribe, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Your friends, family. Let's get this channel popping.
Yup.